Hi, I'm Biff from Bomber, and this is Harry, aka Steve-O's cousin, and today we're going to have a look at the Scorpion Evo. Obviously we've got a buck standard one here, and we've got one that's had a few modifications done to it, which we're going to go through. So with this, obviously comes with the fibre optic iron sight at the front, obviously normal one at the back, where on Harry's one we have a hollow sight. So obviously, would you say that improves your aim a little bit more better, find it a little bit more easier to get onto target straight away? Or?
Definitely. Once it's zeroed in, you've had a bit of a play with it, it's very useful compared to the iron sights. I would recommend getting one, yeah. Right,
and obviously this has got no grip or anything on it, but obviously I think on that one,
the angled foregrip again makes it a lot more comfortable to shoulder, and it's just easier to use throughout the day if you're using it for long periods of time.
Brilliant. So obviously one thing that you'll notice on this, obviously this one has the mid-cap magazine. So obviously on the Evo, it has a function on it where when the magazine's empty, the mid-cap magazine's empty, the gun will shut down until you press the bolt release button on the opposite side. And then this will reactivate the gun, so allowing you to put BBs down range. But obviously with the high-cap magazine, it's not got the function as the mid-cap has. It's got a little lever on the back here, it doesn't. So obviously you will not be able to tell if a high cap's empty, so it will just confuse your unit. But obviously, dependent on what sort of games you run, if you run a lot of mil sims are required to use mid-cap magazines, but if you're on a normal skirmish day, I suggest a high cap. I mean, do you use the high caps and the mid caps, or do you just prefer to run a high cap?
I do. Well, I've only just recently bought a high cap, and reviewing both the mid caps and high caps. So I used to use a lot of mid caps. I would go for a high cap. It's a lot more convenient throughout the day.
So obviously with the Evo, it has the 4 fire functions, which is safe, single, 3 round burst, and full auto. So these are 11.1 ready straight out of the box. It has a nice working bolt catch, and obviously on the inside you'll see the hop up unit is just located just behind the dust cover, so it's a nice easy hop unit to get to, so not too much messing around. It has multi-position stock, which can also be folded, allowing you to just hang it down on a sling or a clip, so it's going to be a lot more easier if you run a main weapon and use this as like a big sidearm. With it, it also has a quick change spring system, which is really good, so if you go to different countries and they require different FPSs, it's going to be easy to change for you, so it's a lot more simpler. Right, well that's quite a lot about the Evo, so we'll go take it to the range. I'm here now with the Scorpion Evo with the mid-cap magazine. I'm going to run this on a 7.4 Lipo. Obviously the magazine's 75 round mid-caps, and we'll give it a quick 3 round burst and a full auto, and we'll see what's pumping out on the 7.4. But as I did say, they are 11.1 ready, so we will try it on 11.1 as well. Right, that was on single, about 290 FPS, so a 3 round burst, and full auto. So you can see, quite consistent around 10 rounds per minute on a 7.4. So right now we'll try it on an 11.1 and see how it performs. And now we have the same gun, Scorpion Evo, on an 11.1. So we'll see if the FPS changes and the fire rate changes. So also using 0.2 Draft Club BBs. So you see, no change in the FPS, but it's a lot more snappier. And 3 round burst. And you see that, 16 round seconds, so it has gone up, and you will notice that the gun has stopped firing until you pull that bolt cutter down and it starts again. So obviously, a gun that's designed for an 11.1 has a significant rate of fire change when using a different battery. So let's go back into the shop and we'll go over some more features with it. Right, well you've seen what the Evo does on our chrono with a 7.4 and an 11.1. I mean, these are quite decent guns out of the box. There's not a lot really internally you'd want to touch on them because of all the special stuff that they've got in. With these, obviously they've got the ASCU in them, So that means that you don't have to have a anti-reversal latch put in, because the torque of the motor will actually keep the piston in the position that it needs to stay in each rotation of the actual gun. But Harry, I mean, what sort of upgrades have you done or will you do to yours in the future?
Well, up to now, I've only changed the battery connection to Dean's, so it's got a bit of a snappier response. And other than that, I've just done external upgrades like the foregrip. I've got myself a high cap mag, and I've also got my EOTech scope. But ASG do a lot of parts that you can switch out on your Scorpion, so you can put a different kind of stock on it, whatever stock you want. They've got a bracket for that, so you can put what you want on. But I've had my Scorpion a while, so I would like to upgrade the internals, maybe get a full steel tooth piston, because the half steel tooth one, it's a bit susceptible to wear. So I've had it a while now, so I might want to do that. But other than that, it's a really good, reliable gun. I wouldn't really want to do much more to it.
That's superb. As I say, I mean, that's probably one of the main things I'd change, is steel tooth piston, because obviously the wear is going to be minimal on it then. But then also, I'd go along the lines, I mean, ASG had just brought out the new line of motors that you can put in there, I think. So you've got different RPM motors, so obviously it's going to improve the trigger on an 11.1, so it's going to be either really snappy or insanely fast. Well, I've been Biff from Bum Up.
And I've been Harry from the Wolfpack.
See you later.